Hey, Crown Content Publications, followers, viewers, supporters, and listeners. Thank you for clicking on my video, tuning in with the Crown family for another live stream, another segment jam packed with facts, tips, and news you can use for you writers, authors, and publishers out there. For when those times come that it matters. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hit that like button to show your support. Share this video and absolutely I'm sorry, not surprise. Subscribe so you do not miss future streams just like these. Interviews with entrepreneurs just like you. Okay. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Arthur Podcaster, Miss Whitney. Crown Publishing Content, the original name of my business, is pretty much a small business where we assist independent writers and businesses with content management services, where we're publishing and marketing meet. We also have worked very hard to come together with a new way to support, promote, and help market our authors, who come and share their stories with us and get on our podcast for interviews and things like that. This is just the beginning, of course, but we had to start somewhere and we've been growing. But we established in 2019, and we're happy to still be on here with you guys with the YouTube family in 2023. Now, the channel was not established in 2019. Okay, well, the business was established in 2019. But and this matters because this segment today is actually about the digital world versus the print world when it comes to content. Okay, so I could use my little small business for an example with this right here. Anyways, yeah, we were established then. I always knew from the beginning that I wanted to offer to people something that they didn't have to be within. They didn't even have to be in my face to, what I'm saying, receive the services, because in the publishing world, you can do a lot of stuff through video chat, phone calls, messages, emails. Straight up, that's just what it is. You can even have, y'all know how that goes on the other side. If you feel more comfortable, or your clients feel more comfortable receiving things encrypted, however it has to go. That's how I mean, you're welcome to do that as an entrepreneur. But I just know I wanted to help people. And see, the only real way you can help more than one person at a time is to start something like a nonprofit foundation. Sometimes, because how would you help them all by yourself? Yeah. And navigating the digital world, navigating how I could work virtually, because there's so many avenues and, there's so many options when it comes to not just working for yourself, but working remotely. All right. There's so many options is not the word. It presents more opportunities. Okay. We're not going to say more time or more pleasure. Some people talk about that though. I'm not here to knock that. Some people love entrepreneurship for that reason. Yes, guys, I was introducing myself though. I'm Arthur Podcaster Miss Whitney. You can hit that subscribe button, the little bell right here under the video. Hit that subscribe button to show your support. We do want to thank all of our faithful subscribers and followers thus far who have helped us get to the beautiful number of 103 as of today. So thank you guys. Y'all haven't even seen, we ain't brought the virtual poetry contest yet. Rap battles. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. But before I go into what we're going to talk about when it comes to print and digital and magazines, okay? Because for those that are new to my channel, I am a publishing services coordinator, because I pretty much coordinate all the services that Crown Publishing Content offers, okay? And we pretty much break down our services a certain way. See, we're not looking for rights or ownership. I have a small business outside of YouTube. Because, you got new people that come across your stream all the time, and they might want to hear more about what inspired you to start your channel. One sec, guys. Yeah, so I never thought about YouTube before or getting out there or promoting or marketing my services this way. But here we are. Here we are. So before, it might have just been another way, or I might have had an office, or I might have been working online to help bring publication services to authors and small businesses that were interested. But I thought that too. I even saw that when it comes to the digital world, at some point, which we said the business was established in 2019, at some point you said, look, if I could get more virtual tech digitally equipped, if I'm willing to get on video, because all these reels and videos, y'all know, are paying people these days, TikTok and everything, right? Some people just have business going on social media. So, and I commend you, Crown Publishing Content commends you guys. That's our small business name off of YouTube and Spotify. Well, Spotify, we are Crown Publishing Content, but right here on YouTube, guys, Crown Content Publications. You'll see our logo, the purple circle, the purple crown, with the letter C there in gold. If it's not that, that's another announcement I want to make at the beginning of the stream. Not just about the logos, but Crown Publishing Content, the real us, would never message you. We're not going to message you with solicited offers. And now some of y'all, it just depends. But what I want you guys to look out for is everybody needs to look out for. You have so many just duplications and different, so many of the same people doing the same things too. So it's just a lot to it. But I do give y'all that. When it comes to us though, most of all the streams I share on my social medias, you guys don't have to inbox me at all for anything. YouTube don't really have an inbox or nothing like that. I'm still learning a lot about YouTube. Anyways, the other ones with inboxes, sometimes people are just curious. We understand it at Crown Publishing Content, or they have questions or inquiries. But I give myself this, because on the posts that we make pertaining to Crown Publishing Content, I usually leave the whole link where you can book a consultation. And I also leave the website, because booking a consultation, that's inquiring in itself. Well, let me go ahead and book a consultation. I'm telling everybody the consultations are free. But see, I don't know what services you need. You can't just figure out what services I offer and what we do and don't have if you do not reach out. And see, the way people do it be a whole thing with me. So anyways, we still welcome independent authors and entrepreneurs from all over the globe to book these consultations. I'm going to go over a list because, I'm going to just talk about this before we go into the digital versus print. When it comes to magazine printing, right? Magazine companies. We're not going to get into that just yet, because that's going to be a good topic today. And we do come on here weekly and we try to help writers in our own way with informational packed, tips and just grant referrals, poetry contests, writing contests, so these guys can make money. I don't know, just pretty much support their lives as writers. That was my whole mission. That's where my heart was when I first visioned Crown Publishing Content, for sure. I hope you guys are having a happy Friday out there. Yes. What I wanted to go over really quick was some of the, because we have a variety of content management and publication services. For anybody interested in more of what I do outside of YouTube, visit www.contentcrownpublications.com. You can also find there not only a list of the services that I offer, some books that I've written. And you're going to find the books and the link to where you can purchase those books right there on the website, www.contentcrownpublications.com. So the books are going to be at the bottom of the website, guys. You can see some covers and even some pending releases. And you can check this monthly. You can be as great or small supporter as you like, but we love you guys. We love our 103 subscribers. Up to this point, we just started the channel a year ago, And we just, want to use our platform to really, really support our youth, our youthful writers, our older writers, our writers in business, right? There's so much to the world of content. So now I'm gonna get into some of those services that we offer, but you can check that out on the website and some of my books. If you're interested in merch, Crown Publishing content, T-shirts, or pins, or note tablets, this is what we do have right now. As far as merch, you guys can also visit their website for that. If you just want to be a blessing, be a donation, send a contribution. The Crown Publishing content Cash App is $Crown Content. If you want to forward it to PayPal, and that's the only two I'm going to accept anything from right now. But that's going to be jtedasheri@yahoo.com. I did leave these same informations in the description of this stream, of this video. All right, let's get it. Let's go. So some of those services that I do offer, let's talk about social media ads and scripts. Sometimes you're throwing a party, you're throwing a wedding, you're putting a webinar together. You just might not be the best writer. You might have Crown Publishing content in your pocket and our content management services team to call anytime you have to put these type of projects together. And a lot of people, like I was saying earlier, do run their businesses on social media in different ways, shapes, and forms. And because they do, this requires them to sometimes, leave some type of advertisement to promote. It's one thing to get the digital content together, the graphics, the designs, the beautiful stuff, but you need somebody to kind of help you put your message out there, okay, about your business, your organization, whatever it is. Content creators are content creators. I'm a publishing services coordinator. So that means I know content creators, illustrators, book cover designers, photographer. I just know different people along this industry that I need to know if I'm going to call myself really, truly at the end of the day wanting to help authors, okay? Or writers, or maybe even be the one to help publish somebody's whole book one day, because I've done my own. I'm just saying this was the type of vision, regardless of what we've done this far or not, this was what the vision was about. And we're still here. And I think it's more important than ever, with people more on the go than ever, trying to keep up with their bills and working and 2 or 3 jobs, some of us. You might need a little assistance, right? Getting those content scripts and ads and things like that out for people. So I don't just write books, and even if it's unheard of, whatever. I wanted to make a business out of what I do. I love to write, period. But people will get to see maybe one day I love to write. I always have. Some things you write might be, I don't know, why not be a good service of the world, write about delightful things. There's science, there's so many different topics in the world to write about. Anyways, but when you need to write something to grasp the attention of your audience, like I say, it's one thing to have those graphics and all of that, but when you need to shoot out the actual message, right? Your mission, or why you're inviting them to this party. Hey, we're having a wedding party. You might need somebody on your team for those content scripts. So boom, I just had to put that. That is one of the main services that we offer. Digital media scripts. Okay. You might be trying to do a video on your YouTube, which I have done this type of work before as well. Not just YouTube, but I'm saying what I'm about to explain. So you might be trying to put a video out on YouTube about a topic, or maybe you do a certain type of work and you would like to, put a video together, because sometimes it's not always just a video you're trying to put together. You're actually trying to put a message out. And for those that don't know, with any type of social media or digital media type of work, you don't always have to show your face. That's how many jobs it is when it comes to content and publishing. I mean, when you talk about movies, you have whole background actors. They don't do nothing. They're just in the back dancing, right? Of a certain scene of a movie in the club, or however it goes. With those scripts, you may know the whole vision that you have as a business owner or artist or author, whatever type of work you do. Because see, something like commercials in 2023, it's people out here already making their own. We don't call commercial companies. I'm a keep it gentle. A lot of the people in this industry, they're not calling commercial companies anymore to market anything for them. There's nothing wrong with getting something put up on a billboard the old school way and signages and banners. You're going to need that good stuff. These are marketing tools. We've had separate segments about these. Okay. But remember, our slogan is where publishing and marketing meet. We'll get back to that in a second. But these are the type of services I'm just re-announcing on this stream, and I'm going to share it on all the Crown Publishing content platforms as well. And on my separate podcast, Spreaker.com/5379253, where we've interviewed previous authors and entrepreneurs just like you guys, if anybody wants to check that out. So yeah, we've been busy, and I wanted to come and talk to y'all about digital, digital ebooks and magazines for a second. But we're not on that topic yet, so I'm gonna slow down, relax a little bit, get this information out. Happy Friday to you guys out there. I'm so glad it's Friday. So yeah, like maybe you're trying to do a video, or there's like some content you need about 500 words done. You need a little research, somebody to write some content for you. You do not have the time. Sometimes it's not that you can't write it. You don't have the time. You're working, you got the kids, but you still got a business. Crown Publishing content should be in your backlog of content management services teams. Okay. When you need this type of help. Manuscripts, manuscripts for books. We have ghostwriting services. All right. Business portfolios. Y'all know you can create digital business portfolios for yourself, either for business, or you might be a model, or you do different type of work and you would like to showcase your work digitally without having to hold a briefcase in your hand. Briefcases are lovely. I've had many in my lifetime. Briefcases are lovely, but everybody's going a digital route. So I hope this helps an entrepreneur or two out there. Even just some of the information I'm giving out, if you do not end up deciding if you don't need any of our services now or in the near future, right? Because everybody's work doesn't entail writing or getting content together or messing with graphics and doing all these different type of things. Okay. All right. Next on my list. Well, y'all know what manuscripts is. I'm gonna include query letters. I don't know. Maybe I should go more in detail. Synopsis, summaries, anything to do with your book and writing. If y'all know, we got to get those query letters going. Some people are out here talking to literary agents, trying to get themselves put on and signed and deals with literary agents or publishing companies. Okay. A digital business portfolio of your works and name and brand is always a great thing to have. Okay. Whether you create it or you pretty much book a consultation for a Crown Publishing content suit and take a little bit of that work off your hands. Now, each and every one of our services has a different turnaround time depending on what you need done, because writing is a whole different sector of work. Okay. But we bring this to the table. We bring this work to our entrepreneurs and independent authors out here. Okay. We want them to know you can get help with your content. All right. Business plans. Business plans are very real. That's number one. If anybody needed to be reminded, but business plans are very real. You might need a business plan when you're trying to get a business loan or other business affairs that you got going on, or you got some investors want to see what you got going on. You might just want to have your business plan brushed up, have it even looked over here and there. Have it looked over frequently. Because what was your plan? What was your mission? And that's content. Somebody got to write that, whether it's you or somebody on your team. Well, I'm not just gonna say write it. Pretty much get that business plan together. But we send the message and energy and aura of positivity, excelling, elevation, enlightenment, you know what I'm saying, growth on this channel. I never want anybody to get that misconstrued, misjudged, right? Misunderstood. Crown Publishing Content. We love writers. We support writers. I know me, with the beginning of this whole vision, I was a writer myself. And it's just a beautiful thing to embrace that in your life, that everybody else showcase their work and what they do. So we support poets, writers, film writers, playwriters, and we know they might need help along the way in their mission, especially if they're freelancers. You work for yourself, you can definitely use help with that website, you know, with different digital content that you're putting out here, not just to market and promote your work, but a lot of people are selling art, selling books, selling jewelry, a lot of different sectors of art, canvases. It's beautiful. I'm just getting in right here in the writing sector, keeping it nice and clear for everybody, crystal clear. Okay. Digital flyers and thumbnails. Okay, it's like for anything you might need it for. Like I said, turnaround times are different for each service. Logos, articles, blogs, all right, and more. But like I said, y'all can check out their website, www.contentcrownpublications.com. In 2023, the website will have some upcoming changes as well within the next 14 days. So you can subscribe here anyway. You're going to be definitely in the loop, updated with everything we're doing, because we like to keep our supporters and followers not only taken care of in ways that we can on the content management side and promotion on our podcast show. We like to take care of them as we learn how we can help them to continue to grow as independent entrepreneurs and writers. Boom, I love it. Okay. Then, so on the business advising side, the reason I offer services in that sector is because I can always help a client when it comes to branding, trademarking, SEO design, online store building, or creating marketing and promo of their own businesses. And this is just what it is. We do all of this at Crown Publishing Content. All right. Referrals to loans, grants, funding, limited service when it comes to business accounting on the bookkeeping side. But you guys, boom, I'm going to put that out there again. You don't know it if you don't book those consultations. I'm finna leave the link. Did I already leave it out in the chat comments right here? The second one down here. It says to book publication services consultation soon. Access the link calendly.com/crown-content. I'm sorry, crown-publishing-content. It's right here in the comments. I'm going to leave it in the comments section after I upload this video too, for anybody that might need. And this go for artists too. They can be music artists, all kind of different artists. If you need content management, if you need a beautiful, professional, elegant way to promote your work, business, services in 2023, Crown Publishing Content is waiting to hear from you. All right, and I'm gonna shout it out one more time. CALEN as in Nancy, DLY.com/crown CROWN publishing content. All right, so now we can get into it. I've been on here 24 hot minutes. Cool. I got a birthday coming up too, y'all. Not Crown Publishing Content birthday, but the vision is cool. And it's just beautiful. I don't like to just embrace days because it's my birthday. I'm gonna embrace today too. And today, let's talk digital publication avenues for the revenue. Thank you guys for the ones who tuned in to the last stream about hustles for stay-at-home moms. All right. That was we appreciate the support. And the reason I put that segment together was because I feel like if more people had more ideas, motivation, I, inspiration for ways they can make money and still teach their kids at home, they would do it. So, or if there was more financial support and resources for low income homeschool parents, they would do it too. But a lot of people, I don't know why. I've heard people make weird jokes like school isn't daycare for some people. Like, no, it's not. We are still parents. We are still parents. If the kids get sick, if they can't go to school, you're still the mom. How is that just like babysitting? I wasn't one of those saying, oh, I can't wait till school start. Because, they're my kids. Every parent is built different. Um, we probably already had experience with homeschool, but it's different reasons that we have our homeschool briefings, topics, discussions here on my live stream because there's others out there that have had their different experiences, and we like to invite them to come on and talk. I'm gonna actually have a call on here too on our topic nights where people can call in. Y'all can call in globally. I love the other channels I see doing it already. We commend y'all. And Crown Content Publications YouTube channel, salute you. Uh, so we were just going over a few of those services to make it clear for people what we do at Crown Publishing Content. My original business. This is just a extended Vine, a YouTube channel. But this is a platform where we can help other authors, writers, connect with them, network with them, help them bring their visions and books alive as well too. Yes, yes, yes. Let's talk digital publication avenues for the revenue this time, though. Uh, but a lot of people don't, they feel like they don't homeschool. We already talked about that. That's a reason that they don't do it because they feel like, oh, well, I gotta go make money. I gotta pay the bills, and they send the kids to school, and then they complain about everything the school does and has going on. But that doesn't get you far unless you're going to go to the PTA meetings and really really try to communicate and work together with the schools to try to do what you want and see the changes you want happen. But other than that, you teach your kids at home. But this segment is not about that. We're about to talk digital magazine publishing, and how you guys can contact us if you're interested in starting your own line straight like that. But see, I just throw the fishing hook out there. But a lot of these things I go do myself too. I always wanted to, if that was possible. That's dope. There's fashion magazines, there's all type of motorbike magazines, all type of different magazines out here. We're just saying how magazines, if anything, a lot of them have decided to go ahead and transition to the digital world with their content. Hit that like button if you think there's interest. Yes, so let's talk about magazines a little bit so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Sports Illustrated, National Geographic, People, Reader's Digest, Ebony, AARP. I had never heard of this one before. Costco Connection. I was like, whoa, Costco has a their own magazine or something like publication. They do, and they talk about many different topics. So that's cool. But see, some magazine companies like that though, they've already transitioned. They still are printing. They're still printing and everything, but a lot of them are already, this is already, anybody can Google this information. More magazine companies are beginning to transition their content over to the digital world. So I say things without saying them. But if you wanted to put outside of magazines, a children's book, a novel, some type of series, or what are you trying to do? If it has to do with content writing, we're here to help you put your projects together, help you put your vision in the right motion, at the right pace to get these projects done. This is what we do on the business side outside of YouTube. But I was saying earlier, I have helped people like get scripts together for something like a video. They know the type of work they do. They know boom, 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 boom for a whole video, like everything, their whole speech, how they were going to get through the video. Because I don't mind doing shadow writing like that. I don't mind putting it, and the beautiful thing about this type of business, nobody knows who's writing it. When you're doing something like ghostwriting, you can still get your money, okay? So yeah, let's talk about reasons that magazine companies are pretty much going more the digital direction. And not just in 2023, but let's say in the new era of digital technology. Number one on my list is lower publishing and distribution costs. Of course, anything. Wouldn't you transition to a digital way of doing things in your business if you notice that it's beginning to cost your business more for the materials, for the shipping, for the ink? We're talking about the publishing industry though. And now people for years have read books for, let's start with entertainment or knowledge. Or, like I say, but it's somebody that has always had to put this material together to bring this material about. Right. So they could be understandable for anybody who didn't understand like what came with printing magazines digitally, or some people still do. And they wake up and they drink their orange juice and coffee and read the newspaper. I'm working so I can be set up like that sooner than later. Seriously. Doing that type of work, maybe you could travel. Maybe a lot of people choose not to travel right now. It's a lot going on out there. But a job or work you could do remotely. You got models, you got actors, you got producers. What are those people called? The directors that make the whole thing come together. That's what we do. That's what I do for Crown Publishing Content. Okay. And I like to network. When I do business, I do straight up, I don't know, with other freelancers, entrepreneurs, because I don't know, it's just it's less limit on yourself. They are more in control of their own businesses, their own small business. So it's easier to more network with people on that level than more high up. I'm not gonna say that I don't have the ability to do that, but it's like you gotta really be selling something for people that know a million other places they can go get something before they choose you, type of deal. It's crazy. But yes, more magazine companies are transitioning more to the digital world. They also believe, or the ones that have gone this direction already, they also believe that it gives them the opportunity to gain a wider audience. Ooh, I was just coughing up a storm a second ago. I had to put it on pause. Take a sip of my grape juice. So, a wider audience. That's a whole 100% logical, making sense reason that you would go digital instead of just manual print with your business. Like putting more of your budget into the printing side of your books or your magazines or whatever you're doing. Putting more budget into that over and over would be kind of silly if you see that you could save money, like we talked about these two things on the list already. uh Gaining your audience and also lowering the cost to distribution and publishing. Still, I mean, I don't know if people knew. Y'all probably knew there was money that came with the distribution part, like, but the publishing. Let's talk about it because we're talking about magazines, books. Boom, boom, boom. This is for the book and business lovers out there. Okay, I've been sharing my flyers and content for the podcast interviews and everything. And then I'm feeling good, and I just want to put some good information out here for poets, writers, and artists today. Okay, so we're talking about the publishing now. I said what I started off saying is a lot of people didn't know that costs probably came with publishing. Distribution, of course, it's like the first thing people think is money or something with distribution. But on the publishing side, there's a lot of different I'm back, guys. I'm taking another pause break. My device just shut down and went dead on me like that. 1 sec. I need a 30-second break. I must finna give some good information. All this glitching and stuff my device want to do today, but we're gonna give it out anyway. Cause what I was talking about is the cost that come with publishing. For sure. So like any good, let's say we're talking about a first time magazine publicist or whatever. No experience under their belt at all. I would want them to think about everything from the beginning to like, are you trying to brand your author name? We're not even talking about the book yet. Cause you might want to do 3 or 4 after them. Let's talk about the plan, then we talk about the cost. But yes, there are going to be some associated with publishing and distribution every time. That's one of the number one on here of my reasons of why people have big magazine companies have already chose to branch into the digital world with their content. uh, I shared that on our community page today. You know what I mean? Magazine or news companies, magazine companies like Apple News, Readly, Magster, Flipboard, or Press Reader. These are all different apps that the average person across the globe could download to their device and have access to like a digital magazine, just like they would if they picked one up in the grocery store and flipped it and thumbed through. All right. So we just love technology today. Of course, we know it comes with things just like just about everything else in the world. Every blessing comes with, something you got to fight, continue to fight for. But technology can be a blessing in many ways. Uh, Wider audience was number two. I had already went over. Okay. And then when you see these digital online magazines, they will usually consist of multiple pages, topics, or articles. So that's pretty much what you're putting together. Y'all see what I'm saying? So you're putting together multiple pages of topics, articles, something like a blog. That's pretty much what this is. Now, Apple has their own brand. Apple News has their own brand. There's probably a certain way that they deliver their content, that they publish their news. I hope y'all can hear me better. All right, all right, all right. Yeah. So a blog is going to consist of multiple pages, topics, or articles. A lot of magazine companies go digital as well, simply because they believe it's more environmentally friendly. So any one of us can agree on that too. Or is it more environmentally friendly? I mean, you still have the data, the Wi-Fi, everything else that keeps this stuff going. But digitally published news is more convenient for readers. So yeah, like number two on my list said, it gives them access to gain a wider audience, a wider audience. I'm from Texas, my accent. Hold on, wider audience. Yes. Okay. So pretty much less recycling, less ink, less paper, unless you do want to print your content, your magazine content. And then it's just saved them a lot of costs. Okay. Because even when you're printing, that's going to be some electricity bill money somewhere. I mean, I can start just at the humblest place with y'all about this. When you're printing, no matter what distributor what vendor, what printer you go through, you're paying money. Look at it that way. So what I'm saying, guys, is it's always the choice of the artist, author, writer, of how they would like to showcase their content these days, this era, this right. Like if you don't want your book in print, you don't have to have it in print. But you got a lot of people that would like their book in print. They would like to have a carbon copy. They would like to have a physical copy of their work. Something like a degree you could have digitally today. You could have a digital copy. Yeah, you could have a digital file of something like that. It's crazy. It's a different world. Y'all remember this show? It's a different world. Yeah, so a lot of people, when it comes to the publishing industry, are beginning to prefer to publish digitally. Now, look who's talking about it on her channel. Crown Publishing Content is. We're talking about it because we already know, or maybe I'm going to say it like that. I already can understand and know this fact alone. And even bring this to the table to some of my clients and make sure that they deeply understand that this is a whole option. This is a whole option that you have to showcase your work. Whether you're a photographer, it doesn't matter what type of artist you are. Anybody could need content management services. So I'm glad I used the first 24 to go ahead and shout out just like a slight list of content management services that you can contact us for. You book that consultation. We go from there. Every consultation is free because I like clients to know whether, just like you call a business out here, they're not going to charge you to call them. So book the consultation. We're going to set up a virtual meeting. Our team is going to see what content management services you can use, what we can do to help. And we're either a good fit or we're not. And we also are going to encourage people to leave reviews more often on the books, on Amazon Kindle, and also on the website. Leave reviews if you've checked out one of our services or got help from us. We'd love to hear from you, okay? We'd love to hear how it helped to edify your business in any type of way, for sure. All right. Now a magazine, what are some things you would need to think about with a digital magazine if you would want to publish that, okay? You would need to go through a list of certain, you know, certain things, okay? Or you don't really have a bit, you're just putting together anything. We just talked about Sports Illustrated, National Geographic, People, Reader's Digest, Ebony, Costco Connection, AARP. These are different magazines already, right? But if you wanted to create your own like that, today it's possible. If you got with a publishing services coordinator, literary agent, publishing company, or you just did it yourself. I just think it's an interesting topic. And we do it anyway over here on our team. We help our clients to do this, okay? You want to identify your goals. Why, ask yourselves those whys. What's your inspiration? What's your motivation to put together this digital magazine brand that you're thinking about? What's going to make your magazine brand unique? What's going to make it stand out from the other ones? People knew what their vision was. Sports Illustrated sure did, and so did National Geographic. But it is an actual obtainable thing that people could do. And yes, this could bring you income. There are certain ways you get paid too when it comes to blogs and certain magazines, and that's a whole nother level of it. And when I start bringing that type of information, maybe I'll have more viewers and everything for real, because I do know it's just a lot. It's a big sector when it comes to publishing. But there's different ways you get paid. That's like you could already be a chef and want to put together like some type of recipe magazine and release a new one however frequently you'd like to. Most magazine companies, as y'all know though, what monthly subscriptions. Or you can go buy them. Y'all know that we can go buy hard copies of magazines out there too, or order them. I don't know if Amazon would have. I think I did even actually look that up today. I think it was saying Amazon don't. They don't publish magazines on there. See, that's a whole nother sector. But I thought that was interesting. I think that is what I saw. Not that they don't sell them, but that they, on their publishing end of stuff, they're not on that level yet with the magazine. So that's interesting. But anyways, the uniqueness. What's going to set your magazine idea apart? Even if it's digitally or you're having it printed, either one is great. Either one is great. But we just went through a list of why the digital magazines, articles, content today is more popular. Could make you more money. Could widen your audience. Could lower your publishing and distribution costs. Could be more environmentally friendly. Could save you from less recycling. Okay. You want to consider your budget for promotion, ads, marketing of this magazine, or is this just something you're doing for a hobby, for fun? But if you want to take it a little more serious, let me put it like that. It is content management services businesses like Crown Publishing Content out here waiting on your call, waiting on you to book that consultation so we can help you bring this magazine together. Best platform for you to market on is something else that you would want to research. You don't want to be sharing your magazine company in the wrong places. I mean, your brand, your you don't want to be, sharing your content where audiences wouldn't even glance, right? We know where we usually see magazines and where we see this kind of content and where we don't. But this segment today is to remind writers and stuff, and we want you guys to remain faithful in your work and stuff. We encourage you at Crown Publishing Content. We want you guys to know this stuff, that is possible. There's magazines about different things out here. And we all know it. We all know it. All right, all right. You want to have a content plan, kind of have a whole plan, like the word sounds like, those two words. You want to have a whole plan with the type of content that you're going to be bringing out in your magazine. Like Vogue, we already know they're more bold in the fashion and everything, right? Like, what is your content plan? How do you want your brand to look? How do you want your digital magazine to look, right? Structure, format. You want to also plan this out, right? It's pretty much like the content plan, but it's getting a little deeper with that when you say structure and format of the magazine, of your content. That's something that you just want to plan before you start throwing a project together. Some people, like I said, can work alone, do this by their self for their brands, guys. Even for something like a magazine, some, yeah, like I said, they add background writers like us, content management uh, services to their team to help them do this. Okay, it is what it is. It ain't no easier or clearer way to say it. Design elements is something that you're going to want to brainstorm or research in your plan of getting a magazine together, even if it's digitally or it's printed. Now, a lot of this planning, if you're going to do a printed one, probably is going to have to be done digitally. That's how much technology matters today. Yeah, like at some point, it's going to have to be formatted digitally as you're planning the magazine. Even if it's going to be a print type, like I said, we're talking about digital versus print. And while a lot of people are, more going the digital way, because printing costs money. It is what it is. That's what it comes down to. You want to have your brand strategy. You want to definitely brainstorm that. It's called a brand strategy. Like pretty much the same thing as content plan and structure format and design elements. What is your magazine brand? What is it about? Makeup, cologne. You got GQ out here already done did they thing. And probably still doing their thing. I'm just talking. I'm not too old, but like there's different fashions. Yes, 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 yes. Um, so anyways, these were just a few tips for anybody that wanted to create this type of project for themselves. But at the same time, people have different timelines, like I say, turnaround times that they're trying to get stuff done for certain reasons or for certain reasons for their businesses. So that would be a reason to add like a content management services team to your team. Okay. All right. So digital news that's already joined the bandwagon. One called Eating Well is a magazine line that has already joined the digital news bandwagon when it comes to their magazine content. Entertainment Weekly, Health, In Style, Parents, and then People in Espanol. Okay, these are just a few major magazine brands that have already merged into the digital side of their content work field. They're already making money over there. They're already getting clients to subscribe for weekly, daily, a monthly subscriptions to their magazine content. Isn't that interesting? I just thought I would come on here and help a few people with information about this because it really is true. Like people prefer, we were just talking about magazines, even if you wanted, because there are news magazines too, like health ones, like I just named a bunch of them. A lot of you guys are into gaming. So there's like gaming magazines. You could have different topics, different talk about different gamers, talk about the game of the month, the game of the year, the new gaming system. Or you could have Crown Publishing content on your team when you start the line, and we keep helping you with ideas to push something like that. But this is what we're saying: if you don't book that consultation, you never find out. You never know. So that's how that goes. I hope you guys are having a happy Friday out here. I'm pushing a little more work for the day, and then I'm gonna wind down myself back here. But if you've been booking consultations, I'm gonna be getting back with you guys. So I just wanted to take the time out to thank everybody for their support. And I don't know, we're still getting new subbies. We're gonna subscribe back. Even some of you new subbies, I know I saw you guys on IG and stuff like that. I'm gonna probably be reaching out because we love to have you guys on the show to promote and market your work as well. Uh, Especially if you're an author, an independent author, somebody's published their own work and brought their own content management work to the forefront, their own skills. We would love to see it. Our viewers and listeners and supporters would love to support your books as well, right? And you could come on our podcast and talk about it, okay? And let us know where we can find more of your work, when we can expect more of your work. Calendly.com, crown / crown dash publishing dash content. Mhm. So that's just a little bit I'm gonna put out there for today. We still have like more things coming. I know y'all probably tired of me saying it, but see, perfect things, they take a minute sometimes. And we are Crown publishing content. We cannot rush. Uh I'm not gonna say perfectness, but creativity. You can't rush something like that. You gotta let it all fall in place. For real. Like you don't want to just throw it out there any kind of way. I learn as I go too. So yeah, the podcast is just, I even feel like it has room for growth. It's just we haven't started having panelists and different people on here yet. We're gonna have judges and everything with our poetry contest and rap battles and everything, like just different things for artists, okay? Uh Probably art contests as well. I gotta think about the artists for real, because I have a little daughter. She's very into art as well. Many different people close to me. I might not have that gift, but it seems like really I got more of an eye for art. I don't know what it is. You know how some people can just sit there and just do it with their hand and vision and colors and stuff with the paints and color pencils. Me, it's like I more can put the art together beautifully on a digital surface somehow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something that lets me sit here and design it. And now that I'm probably more good at, that's probably where it leaks over into my work and publishing and everything. But yes, guys, thank you guys for your support. Don't forget you can find some of my most recent self publications. I got a poem book on Amazon and uh, a few nonfiction books on there as well that you guys can check out. Uh, I'm going to leave the links in the comments down here, but a more direct access to those books, you can go to www.contentcrownpublications.com and check out, publications. When you type in Tetta Sherry Whitney anyway, Arthur or something like that on Amazon Kindle, just looking for me. I think all my publications just pop up for you. And we do appreciate you guys' support. Until next time, this was just a segment to throw out there about magazine publishing, digitally magazine publishing, and that it is a real work, and that anybody out there interested in putting their own line together, their own brand, bringing out a monthly subscription or something for their clients, fans, or whatever you got going on, we're here to help. We're here to help. We're so here to help. All you got to do is book a consultation. And then we go further into talking about the services. You guys have a great Friday. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to have a different topic for the writers. A lot of good content. And you guys stay safe out there. Thank you for your support. Give this video a like. Share it with a friend. And until next time.